Good evening, everyone. Although it's a new year, I never get tired telling how happy I am to have Tim opening for me, because I know that it's not common for him to do that. Although it's being more common than he probably wish, but it is very. It's a different opening. It's a different energy. It's a different vibration. So today we're going to talk about new beginnings, embracing spiritual growth, and the new year. Let's start by saying happy all year. If you guys do remember, my first lecture last year, 2024, was happy all year, and I was asking why the year is just happy when it's new, and who decides that the year is not new anymore. So happy all year. All year should be happy. Not because it's new, not because it's old. When you get to the end of the year, say, oh, I wish this year goes out quick. Why? What did he do to you? You probably did to yourself, not the year itself. So the first thing that we need to ask is, what's new? What's new with you? We are in a new year. What's new with you? What's the news? What's the buzz? What's happening? What's new on Spiritism? Is there anything new in Spiritism? Did that change? The good spirits help us to improve ourselves by inspiring good resolutions and aid us with prayers. Did that change? Is that new? Probably not, right? What about this? Is that new? Without charity, there's no salvation? Been there forever? What is new? That we probably didn't embrace that yet. Progress is the aim of humanity. Is that new? No, it's there for a long time. What is new? Remember when I play and I show you? And he's gonna kill me, but this is not new. I'm drawing a 6 here. What are you seeing? I'm drawing number 6 here. What are you seeing on your side? Which number?
9.
Yeah, but I'm drawing 6. I'm seeing 6, you're seeing 9. What is new? It will be new if I decide to understand why you're seeing 9. Go to your side and look. Oh, that's why she's seeing 9. This is new. Your attitude is new. If you don't do it, still the good old year, which is not new. So, new year, new resolutions. Who here had New Year's resolutions? Maybe some of us. And who are keeping up to this resolution? Go to the gym. Go whatever. Well, what about the spiritual gym? Do we put on our resolutions our spiritual resolutions as well? Or we just go with the flow? Just by coming to the center once a week, I'm good, I'm golden. Just like it was the last year and the year before. And I don't know. They say that this is related to Einstein. Doing the same thing, wanting a different result equals insanity. There's a lot of insane people out there. Are we one of them? Or we are trying to change? Because when you try to change, it's just like the book Pollyanna that put the glasses, right? The rose glasses to see the world differently. But when you use a different perspective, a different glass, look what happened. They are colorblind. Do we have audio there? Once you change your perspective of the world change.
Loving can hurt.
And use that as a metaphor, because it's a glass. But what kind of glass are we deciding to use every day?
That I know.
Are you seeing the world black and white? Or do you decide to see the world in color? Remember when movies were black and white and sometimes they put in Technicolor and people got amazed? This is the power that we have within us, to choose the right glass, to look at the world in the right perspective. This is new, but we need to decide that we want this new thing to happen to us. And it's not something external as a glass. The glass can be help, but if you don't decide to put it in your face, you won't see the world differently. Spiritism can be a glass if you decide to use it. If you don't decide to use it, it will still be there in your desk, in your bookshelf, in your computer, with no usage whatsoever. So my friends, what's new in your lives? What's new? What would you do to change your perspective? What will we do as a group, as a Spiritist Center? One thing I can ask you right here and right now, and I will ask the whole year over and over, please help us to spread the word. We are here to help as much people as we can. Sometimes we have a small number of friends, and sometimes we have a bigger number of friends. It doesn't matter. We're still here. We're still talking about, but help us to help people. Because one thing that happens every time, by the end of the year, I'm a consultant, and you can understand that consultancy in the end of the year is like a dead end. Nobody calls you for nothing. By the 21st, somebody called me in the SOS. And from then on, I'm working like double the end of the year in like less than a month. But once of the meetings, we were promoting somebody from the company, and one of the leaders said, "Wow, that's so cool that we did that for this person. But she has the bad attitude. She dresses like this." I stopped and just talked to her and say, "Well, so are you willing to spoil this moment that is not just for her, because she's happy, she's crying, she's giving you a hug? Are you not going to accept that as real because she behaves differently? Or understand that by this time you touch her heart, you touch her feelings, so you did something good for her. What happens to you? You get that energy back. You understand the world in a different perspective. So, why do we need to renew? What is the importance of renewal? In the universe, everything is born, grows, and dies, only to be reborn in a state of progress. Have you ever told your mother, your father, "I was never asked to be born"? Yes, you did. And if you're lucky enough, you already chose that family. Because it was the family, the perfect family for you to develop the skills that you did not develop before in your previous lives. Like we used to play with you guys all the time. Have you ever asked for patience? And you think that they're going to deliver patience in the pocket, or patience powder of patience. No, they're going to deliver some people that is really annoying for you to exercise your patience. So watch out what you ask, because you should get it. And then you're going to start blaming because that was not what I asked. Yes, it was. You just didn't realize. Patience, as charity, as heart, it's a muscle you need to exercise. Otherwise, you're not going to get it. Forgiveness, it's a muscle. Each moral victory is a step toward your perfection. When do you realize that you had a moral victory? And probably that's nothing related to what I gain with this. I don't have anything to gain with that situation. I just want something because I didn't want to win anything. I just did something because I want to do it. I just helped somebody because I want to help. Not because he's my friend or not because he's my boss and I'm going to be in good looking for promotion or something like that. Did we put in our to-do list for this year, for this new year, to have more moral victories? Is that on our to-do list? Or is that in our bucket list? Because if it is in our bucket list, chances are that you're gonna hit the bucket and probably not gonna finish all of them. Are we willing to do 1% better than last year? That's all we need. So, setting our spiritual intentions. The true spirit is recognized by the moral transformation and by the efforts that they make to overcome the evil tendencies. Moral transformation can be understood in a different way, but effort to overcome, it's particular to ourselves. And you know, it's hard for me to judge you when you tell me that you change, because I'm going to judge you by my perspective. So I don't know what is changing for you. And if I don't take the time to understand what change is for you, I'm going to say you didn't change anything. Just kidding yourself. We are so fast to judge others, and we're not that fast to judge ourselves. Or when we judge ourselves, we're the worst judge as well. So let's slow down the process. What is the difference in sympathy and empathy? Not everybody at the same time, please. You cannot hear everybody talking. Sympathy is listening to respond. Empathy is listening to understand. You don't wait for to start talking. And normally that's what us guys used to do when we get back home and we tire from the day, and then comes our wives and start talking about the problems that they faced during the day, and we say, "Well, did you just try this?" "Yes." "Oh, did you try that?" "Yes." And the third or fourth time that you asked her if she tried something, she said, "Yes, I don't want you to fix anything for me." And inside of you, what comes? "What you want, woman?" She wants you to hear. She wants you to listen. She wants you to be empathic, not sympathetic. Empathetic, not sympathetic. Can we do that? Is it that hard? Do we need to have white beard and white hair to talk about this? Probably yes. Unfortunately, we didn't learn in the early stages because we are so occupied to make the world for ourselves, to have a good life. And all of a sudden, do you want to have a good life or do you want to live good? It's different. Good life, you can have many cars, a lot of money, and have really bad kind of life. But to live life good, it's different. Whoever here ever wanted to win the lotto? For real. I'm going to be the first one to raise my hand. So, how much do you need? Have you ever asked yourself, how much do I need? Or is that, a $10 million, $50 million, $1 million? How much do you need to live? And what you going to do with this money? Because we promise a lot. We're going to give half of my money to the center because they need it. And once you got, there's so many other aspects. Oh, they took 30% because that's the fee that they charge. And you change. If you want to have something, if you want to get something, you first have to plan accordingly. It's the same thing for doing good. How are you going to do good if you don't plan, if you don't have your radar around you trying to figure out how can I do good today? You're going to be oblivious to a lot of choices, a lot of opportunities that come on your side, and you do absolutely nothing. The most effective way to improve the future is to do good today. Tomorrow didn't come. Yesterday is gone. You only can act now. Again, have you do your list of renewal or new things that you want to do this year? Not for your house, not for your body, of course, but for your spirit. If you don't, just pick 3 things and put it in your brain right now. 3 single small things that you can do and you're not doing. And I don't want you to be a judge of why you're not doing. What can you do? 3 little things that you can do to get better. And I promise you, because the way that God built our brain, once you do the first one, you'll be happy because it will release a substance called dopamine, which is highly addictive. And you do the second one, and dopamine is there again. And once you get to the third one, your brain starts generating dopamine to accomplish tasks. And you train your brain to be highly effective. But in some things that are for your spirit, not for your life, not for your material life, for your spiritual life. Make sense? Can we do that? Let's try. When you smile to somebody, does it change this person's day? Probably not, but will change this person's moment. One of the things that Disney asks the cast members to do is make eye contact and smile. That's the first law of Disney. Why? Making eye contact, I'll take you from La La Land and put you in the park. Smile. I'm so happy to have you here. A smile is contagious. Look at this. I'm not going to translate it.
Vi bringer en servicemeddelelse. Som et forsøg vil dørene i dag kun åbne sig for smilende kunder. Husk at smile, hvis du gerne vil ind.
Do you think they're going to purchase more because they got their happy inside of the supermarket? You bet they are. I remember that I used to, when I was in high school, I used to play rugby, and I used to catch those really sardine can buses that you say, you touch the guy, say, oh, you know what? This thing that you're stepping in is my foot. And to get from the back of the bus to the front, to get down and the stop that you need to do, you had to kick a lot of people. My only weapon was to smile. Because they look at me like, what the heck? Smile. Smile. Even, that is a song called Smile, right? So smile. Smile more. The brain loves good humor. Your body loves good humor. You produce a lot of good enzymes to your body. Why don't you smile that much? What is preventing you? Why you're so focused in bad things instead of good things? Maybe you don't think you deserve. Why? There is a book that calls Minutes of Wisdom. I swear, I search over and over these pages. I only read that passage once and couldn't find it again. But it says like this: God loves you and believes in you. If you do not believe in you, you don't believe in God. How dare you? Everybody said to believe in God. And if God believes in you, how can you don't believe in yourself? How don't you believe in yourself? There's no way. But there's a way, because we're always going to find a way. Let's find a way to smile more. Let's find a way to do better more. Let's find a way to do something to uplift spirits more than we've been doing last year. Who's going to win? Who's going to get credit for that? Or who's going to get more good energy out of that? Ourselves. Ourselves. Because what you give, you get. Not the other way around. So, embrace the challenges that happen in your life with faith. Trials are necessary for purification and development of the soul. A lot of people say that we are masochists because we tell that pain is the fuel to progress. No, we don't like to, hurt ourselves. But if you understand pain in a different way, then it's not pain itself, it's not suffering itself. It is something that you're going to get out of pain. That's the difference. Why am I passing through this situation right now? What this situation is telling me? We just say, why me? And the answer that the world or the universe is going to give back to you is like, why not you? If it's happening to you, it's because it was crafted by you. I've been working with the fraternal assistants since 18 years? 17 years, I don't know. A lot of people come here because they are obsessed with spirits that don't leave them. And they tell me, wow, make them go away. How can I? I didn't call them. They did. And if to make them go away, they have to change their way. That was the thing that brought the spirits to them. Change your way in which matter. Change your negative thoughts. Try to replace to positive thoughts. Try to do good. Try to be surrounded by good energy. It's hard for darkness get close to the light. Light always going to beat darkness. Don't get too attached to darkness. Yes, it's a steep mountain, but you can go up if you do have faith. In who? In who? Thank you. The greater difficulty, the greater glory in summoning it. It's as simple as that. As simple as that. Oh, it's so hard. Yes. And when you got there, you're going to celebrate every inch of the journey because you did it. And others didn't. And you're not looking at others, you're looking at yourself. It's your progression. We were born alone, and I'm sorry, my friends, we will die alone. It's not that we're going to have a lot of people on our side, but nobody's going to help us to die. Oh, I have a book here, say 10 ways to die without pain. Just do this. No, it's not going to be like this. They're going to be on your side. They're going to help you some way. And sometimes that's people that don't have anybody. But you were born alone. You will go back alone. So it's what matters is what you do to progress yourself. By progressing yourself, you help everybody that is around you. That's that simple. So if express gratitude and forgiveness, that will be a great start of the day. Who does start the day thanking for what we have? If you don't, I just suggest you to do once, at least for a week, and see how you feel after that. Thank to have a house. Thank to have a pillow. To have a blanket, especially in this cold nights that we have right now. To have health. To have family. To have a religion. To have a job. We're not grateful because we got used to that, so we take it for granted. But this is called treasure hunt. This is all the treasure that you collect since you were born. And if you look back in your timeline, you're going to see how many treasures you had. Why are you not looking at this when you look at what you don't have? We always look to what we don't have. We don't look at what we have. And there's some people here that know me better, and at least in my darkest days in terms of material things, I keep myself sane as much as I can, looking back to what I have. Because it's easy. When everything is going south, not South America, to blame everything. No. We are here. We're fighters. We've been through a lot. Are you going to throw all of this because one problem are confronting yourself and you're not able to solve it right now? Or are you going to get faith in yourself? You're going to have gratitude. You know what gratitude is, guys? Can you give me some random words for gratitude? Appreciation. Oh, come on, man. Thankfulness. Huh? Thankfulness as well. Okay. It's what's the Jeopardy? Gratitude is the memory of the heart. Memory not of your brain. Memory of the heart is the memory of your feelings, the good feelings that you have inside of you. And sometimes you bury them so deep that you don't find them. Gratitude is the memory of our heart. And forgiveness. What is forgiveness? Divide the word. For, here. What do you have? Forgive. Why are you giving? Because forgiving, when we think about forgiveness, we think about, don't remember, oh, you did so bad to me, but I'm going to forgive you, so I'm not going to even think about it anymore. Sorry, that's not that it works. You're always going to remember that he did or she did that bad to you. Forgive is not suffering with this anymore. Because forgiveness is trying to kill somebody, drinking the poison yourself. That person don't even care about what she did to you. And is still producing a lot of chemicals inside your body that will make you get sick. Forgiveness is a relief from the change that you create yourself. To forgive is sublime, and by forgiving, you break the chains of resentment. And this is just more than words, because all the studies from the brain tells us when we start feeding this kind of remorse, this kind of bad thoughts, you start producing a lot of cortisol, adrenaline, and bad substances inside your body, up to a point that you're going to get sick. There is a study from one Japanese scientist that he put speeches of hate or classical music or whatever kind of music in facing a glass of water for 24 hours. Then he froze this water and he chopped one tiny layer. The crystal that each water showed under the microscope, the classical music, the good music, was like pristine, beautiful jewelry in terms of crystal. And the one with the hate speech was ugly, distorted. This is just the power of what comes out of your mouth. Imagine what you can do inside. If you can do bad outside, imagine what you can do inside. So, again, is it getting easier for you to do your to-do list for the new year right now? Did you cross some things so far from your not to-do list? Because that's what we should do. Be happier. Find ways to help. Find ways to be okay with who we are. Come on. I'm not telling you to think bad about yourself, but we are the one to the last planet in terms of evolution. Do you really think that you are great spirits? We are not. We're spirits trying to be great. And that should be enough. So if you want to look at your flaws, whoa, we're going to find a lot. But try to change and look at what you did good so far. Because that's the thing that will motivate you to have faith in yourself. Otherwise, it's going to be just focus on something funny. Because what you focus in, the rest disappear. If you focus on problems, all you see is problems. If you focus on solution, all you see is solution. And again, who created us like this? I don't know. Any clue? Why? Well, I think he's giving a lot of clues to us. We're just kind of blind to look at them. So, my friends, new year, renewed spirit. Not just play with a list of material things that you want to do this year. Do a real list. Don't need to be a standard list. Start with the easiest thing that you can do, but please do. You're going to feel better. I bet with you, once you do something, you're going to feel better. Renew yourselves constantly through the practice of love and goodness. As simple as that. How you practice love? Have you told your spouse, your mother, your sibling, somebody that you really like, that you love him? Today. Did you? Because if you don't, again, what are you waiting for? The Spiritist doctrine opened the path to hope and consolation. What you hoping for? Does anybody here hope to have a better life? Is your life not good? So, better than what? What is your bar? You want to raise the bar? My generation used to have this kind of thought that I want my kid to have better things than I had. Why? I didn't kill nobody. Never was convicted of anything. Never did something wrong in any job that I worked with people around me. Why do I want my kid to do better than me? Making his life easier. There is a saying that easy times creates easy people. Easy people creates hard times. Hard times create hard people, and the cycle goes back. Who are we? And what are we trying to do? If you put that in check, that will be your first thing on our list to understand. Because we always hear, oh yeah, Christ left all the teachings for us. But you know what happened? At least for me, maybe not for you guys. It is so hard. And I say, well, I'm not Christ, so how can I do like this? Baby steps. Nobody's telling you to go from point A to point 100 in 10 seconds. But if you don't do the first step, you're never going to get to the 99th. You have to do step at a time.
Follow me. It's a simple request. Sometimes.
Can you, yeah.
Follow me. It's a simple request. Sometimes spoken from a mother to a child, a brother to a sister, a friend to a friend. It's a request that requires trust, belief, action. It requires you to put your faith in a person who will lead you to safety, to peace. A long time ago, Jesus Christ spoke these simple words to his closest friends, and his invitation still stands today. Come, follow me. Follow me, and I will show you how to love others and love yourself. Follow me, and I will show you how to repent and be forgiven and forgive others. Follow me to turn things around, to start over, to navigate the storms of life and the storms of death. Follow me to find purpose, your purpose, God's purpose. He taught us the way. He showed us the way. And when we follow his way, we find new life.
I'm not asking follow me because I have nothing to teach you, but I ask you follow me to help me when I fall, to raise and keep going in my path. Happy all year, my friends. Thank you.